Hello and welcome to Pullback Trader. Today I will go over the 12 stocks for tomorrow earnings. I'm going to start with Cisco. All right, so we can see here that it is overbought short term and long term. Okay, and then if we draw the trend line, okay, so you can see that it's going through the parallel channel and it's been going up. And right now, looks like we might pull back a little bit due to the overbought condition of short term and long term. And if we, I think this, let me see if this works or not. But looks like if we draw from here to here, we are close to the top as well. But if we look back about 2-3 years, we are pretty high right now. It's the same for a lot of tech stock, and even with all-time high like this, these stock, if the number don't come in good, they can still pull back. If the number coming really good, we might see probably it go up to $76 at about, I would say, 40%. Okay, if the number are just decent and outlook is not that good, negative, we might see it come down to 66 at about 60%. Why? Because when the stock's going high for a long time, right? And if we look back, a couple of years, still pretty high. So the expectation is always much higher. So they have to deliver or it will get punished just like the other stocks. So 60%, $76 rally, pullback $66 as 40%, as 60%. Next we have Albit System. Short term is over, so long term is pretty overbought. You can see it rallied almost 3 times compared to about a couple years back. All right. So check the channel. All right, so look like it is close to the support, right, oversold as well. So there might be a little bit of a chance to bounce. However, if the number are not good and just neutral outlook, we might see it come back to 370 at about I would say 40%. But if the number coming decent to more than expectation. It might come back up to 490 to test retest the last high. Okay, that's it. Coherent Corp overbought short term and long term, so I expect a pullback. But if the number coming really good, it still can bounce at about 30%. I would say it can go up to 125. However, more likely it's gonna pull back, and it might pull back to around here at 100. So we're looking at about 12% drop, 13% drop. At about 70%. So a lot more chance of a pullback. All right, Performance Food Group. Short term is oversold, long term overbought. Here there is a bear flag. All right, so we might have a pullback, and if it does, we are looking at either 92 or 90, and I would put 90 because I'm coming back to the last high at about 60%, 40%. If it's coming really good, positive outlook, we might see 105, 106. I put 105 at about 6%, 7%. All right, Brinker International. Short term oversold, long term is a little bit oversold. If you look, you can see that it almost having a bear flag. Okay, so because of oversold, I mean overbought, long term. Wait, this is oversold. Sorry, oversold with a bear flag. Then the chances will be, I would say, 50-50 now. Because oversold, you tend to have more chances of a pull, of a bounce. But bear flag, there's a chance of it pulling back lower. So now it's going to become 50-50. If the number is coming really well, positive outlook, we might see 184. All right. Otherwise, we might see it coming down to 123. If number is not that good, and negative outlook. Okay. Global E online. Neutral right now. Short term, long term's oversold. So we might have a bounce. for short term, okay, so when is this oversold, and if it bounces, we may see it close this gap at 40. But most likely we'll see 38 right here at about 65%. Uh, 35% pullback is number coming not that good. We may see $28. So a little bit reference for this, if we come back and see play safe, it had a good bounce because oversold, and even though it got bear flag because it has been oversold for a long time, with just decent number and outlook, it will bounce. So similar with GLBE. Hot Bay Mineral. It looks like, well, it's oversold short term and neutral long term. And I see it looked like it got a bear flag signal here. So now we have more chance of a pullback to probably 770 at about, I would say, 60%. 40%. You're going to come up probably to $11. Okay. But more likely there's a more downside for it to go. All right. Next is Donald Trump Media Tech Group. So, wait a minute. I thought they already did earning. So I think maybe this is a mistake. I think I did this before, right? And it didn't really do much and stay within the wedge. All right, Equinox. Overbought. Short term overbought. Well, no. Neutral. Long term. Let me see. Okay. Well, look like there's maybe a pullback. So, if the number coming really good, better than expectation, it might break out and come up to 730 at about 40%. Otherwise, we might see it coming down to $6. at about 60%. And I see it coming down more, maybe not 6, but at least around 630. But I put 6 because it's right here at the last low. And if you come over here, there's a lot of pivot point across. Okay, next is renew energy. Short term is a little bit oversold. Long term is overbought. And you can see it's almost having a blue flag. Okay, so in a way, it's pretty much sideways. Broke down, came back up and test. So it might have a little bit of I mean, right now I would say it's 50-50. With the short term, it has more chance to bounce. So it's for long term, I say we have more pullback. So I bet more if the number just okay, neutral outlook, we may see $7 at about 60% because of its overbought condition, and look like it might pull back and fill this gap, because basically it tried to test and then fail. 40% come up and about 7 3/4. All right, next we have ARS Pharmaceutical, short-term oversold, long-term overbought. And let me see. All right, so look like we might have a bounce. Just neutral, okay number, decent number. We might see it come up to 1850 at about 60%. If they're not coming really bad, we might see 14 at about 40%. All right, last one. C-Bridge. Oversold, I mean overbought short term, overbought long term. And look like you can see it came back up right after a pullback, bounced back, but then fell. So look like we might have another pullback, and this time it can come down to probably test the last low at 15, about 60%, maybe 65%. If the number coming really good, which may be helped by the high gold prices, we might see it come up to 19. So we're talking about 15-20% bounce at about 40%. All right, thanks for watching. Please hit a like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see more video, you can click on the top top left or right corner. All right, see you in the next video.